No, I will Hadouken the fuck out of you. You have no idea. And on that note, hey everybody, welcome to the Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. My name is Matthew, and right here we're going to be ranking the top 5, bottom 3 fighting games. This is going to be a good episode. I am part your host, Matthew, because Tyler didn't want to do this shit. And with my other co-host, we got Tyler.
Thank you. Hello. Welcome.
Damn, is that what it's like? All right, cool.
Yeah,
Lemar.
see? Isn't that awkward? Isn't that horrible?
No, it's not awkward. No, not at all. When you get used to it. Lemar, go ahead.
Top of the morning to you, LemartheConGuy. I'm going to be verbal button mashing, just letting you know right now. This is going to be a lot of verbal button mashing. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't quarter circle through any of what these motherfuckers are going to say. I'm going to try to buzz through this motherfucker into a single super finish.
And watch him win again.
I bet money you're gonna win. One of our normal hosts, Anna. Cheers, Anna. You're not here, but we have two special guests with us as well too. Look, we love Anna, but we have two other guests. We have one of my homies, Hugo, aka Raikosen. Cheers. And of course, we have one of the homies as well too, Alandy, aka is Duralath?
Duralath, yes.
No, that's okay. Just make sure I can never pronounce that right.
And no one ever
built
does.
to last, Duralath.
Yep, yeah.
Never
gets old.
Oh my god.
Never gets old.
Have you never heard that, Lemar? Please.
That's
say
the
you've heard
I've never
first time
thought of that.
in like the 6 years I've known you, which is a weird sentence to say out loud. Yeah,
Right?
that's the first time I've heard that.
Nice. What is up? I'm Andrew J. Alandy, also known as Duralath. I am one of the voices of the Jazzy Circuit as one of their commentators, and I also stream fighting games. I've been playing them since I was born. There's going to be some wild here.
I'm
But
sure
since
this
you
is, I'm sure this is not a triggering like, you know,
No,
genre
so-
of games or, you know,
Not at all.
or topic
Trust me.
whatsoever. But yeah.
No.
But I want to get one thing straight. So, Lemar, you don't know much about fighting games, correct?
Not as much as our guests. Nowhere near as
Yeah.
much as our guests.
I'm in the same boat. I know a ton about a couple different properties, but other than that, this is finally Matt's episode. And Andrew and Hugo, man, you guys are like, this is gonna be great. So why don't we go ahead and get ready for round one? With our first judge.
Gonna be round 5 since it's the 5th. Right.
Round. Well,
Look.
I mean, it would be round. Damn it.
Look.
Round 5.
We are starting at the bottom of the bracket right
Yeah.
now
We're gonna
Yeah.
be doing
in
we're gonna
pools. Currently
We are in pool.
We're in pool. Wow.
Currently in pools.
This is
Wow.
already the worst intro ever, but
Right. We're
I,
gonna keep it.
But,
We're going
I
to
know-
keep it.
possibly. But
Mhm.
we're gonna be ranking the top 5 and the bottom 3 of all fighting games. We're not doing like franchises. We're not doing like arcs, not arcs. Yeah, we're gonna be doing individual fighting games, which is a very, very broad subject because Matt and I were arguing about that earlier, and
Yep.
we'll learn more about that as the episode goes along. So with round 5, our first judge is going to be Hugo. At round 4, the judge will be myself. At round 3, it will be Lemar. At round 2, it will be Matthew, and round 1 will be Duralath, the expert, the fighting champion. Champion of Earthrealm, champion of whatever is in Street Fighter. I don't know, Jean-Claude Van Damme's basement, whatever it is. But it's
It's
and then
Rogulia's basement.
yeah,
Oh,
blood
rest in
sports.
peace.
No,
Rest
and then the bottom 3, the judges will be Matthew at number 3, Andrew at number
perfect.
2 again, and Hugo at number 1. I thought like Hugo should get the number 1, and so and for the bottom 3, judges do get a pick, and they can be selfish and pick their own, but you don't get a pick for the top 5. So at number 5, round 5, Hugo's our judge, and I've been talking this whole time, so I'll continue to talk. I am very biased, as I'm sure all of us are with a franchise, and I'm going to go ahead and pick one that is very recent and ongoing right now. I believe it is kicked ass. It probably wouldn't have been my pick hadn't been for something like hadn't it been so strong during the pandemic. And I'm going to go ahead, and I think the 5th best fighting game is the current Mortal Kombat 11, which I think is a fantastic game that honestly got so much better during a global catastrophe. And it is a legit game. Like, I really wanted to put Mortal Kombat 9 on here to be like a reboot, like a very successful reboot. But Jesus Christ, MK11, like, pump the brakes for just a fucking second. Like, holy shit. I loved it. I still love it. And great fighting game. It's just great all around. Well done, NetherRealm.
Go next because they're gonna bring out like statistics and really good things.
Are we?
I
don't know. About that.
I just want to set up that all of these picks I've picked these things because they have a special thing with me. While I never took fighting games to their eventual conclusion where there's super competitiveness and the stuff like that, a lot of these games had a really good moment with me way back in the SNES days, and stuff like that. So I want to give it up to the very first fighting game I remember playing and recognizing that this is a fighting game and having fun playing with my friends and stuff like that. And then I'm old enough to remember the years before you could just go to online and figure out how to do moves. You had to either figure it out or buy a magazine. And sometimes they didn't have the right goddamn magazine. This one took by storm. I love just trying to get to a point where I can beat up this fucking car. Let's give it up for Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
I think Street Fighter 2, a lot of us can, at least for me, that was my introduction into true fighting games. There was a lot of Kung Fu way back in the day, but this is the first one where it's like, we're now getting into what competitiveness can be. And I know we all had that moment where we learned the very first time that we learned one technique a little bit better than somebody else and fucking spammed that shit to the end of the earth.
Learning how to do your first fireball. That's what Street Fighter 2 is.
Yep.
Street Fighter 2 is the second that you learned your fireball, it's
Game over.
it's not only is a game over, at least for me, in my opinion, which is why I think this is an excellent number 5 right now.
Yep.
Gonna be hard to beat. Once you learn that first fireball, it unlocks so much for you.
The problem
It is
with
literally
I was
that
actually a
like
Blanca main for Street Fighter 2.
It's that fucking light bulb moment.
Yep.
I was actually a Blanca main for Street Fighter 2. Not that I knew how to make him dash or the circle thing, but I just liked electrocuting people. That was hilarious to me.
Still broken.
Man,
Still broken.
I would just like to say, fuck you, Lemar. I just want to say that real quick.
No, seriously, fuck you, Lemar. Okay.
Hey, man, I'm coming with the emotions.
That was
That's all I got.
That was a smart pick.
That was a good pick.
That's real heat. That's real heat.
Yeah.
Alandy, would you like to go?
No. I defer to the. I defer to you.
Ooh.
Okay. In this case, sure. My list is actually completely different than my actual list, right? Everyone here knows my number 1. 100%. We know this.
Sonic 3.
But yo, on the real though, shout outs to Sonic the Fighter. Love that game.
Right?
Wow.
Love that game.
Yes.
Love that
That's
fucking
who
game.
Mega Man the fighting game.
Love that game. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So because this episode, we have 2 casuals and we have 2 experts, and I'm the neutral one that kind of knows a little bit of everything, but not an expert like these niggas. My list consists of games that will actually help people get into the fighting world and the fighting game community to where they're not overwhelmed and they're not going to just quit automatically when they get bodied online or while they're playing the game. So my number 5th choice is actually a game. It has had some controversial shit with the creator, but minus that, the art style is amazing. The music is hella good as well too. And it has one of the best tutorials to teach you how to play a fighting game. And my 5th choice is Skullgirls. It is a good fight because of the fact that there is a part of the game where it will teach you the basics. It will teach you how to do a fireball. It will teach you what the Z motion is. It tells you what a cancel is, how to dash, how to air cancel. It actually goes through each step and teaches you with a character the basics of a fighting game. And the art style is fucking amazing. Oh, it's so fucking good. Like, So much hentai of it. Oh, so good. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm bringing that up. Look, there's only hentai like 2, maybe 3 characters, but it's a really good game, and the game itself has references to other fighting games as well too, which is a little bit of homage. So my 5th choice is Skullgirls.
Nice. These are all like really, really good picks. Like
we're gonna fuck this up. Just Alandy, we're gonna fuck. Hold on.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna mess this up.
Every single list we made, has been perfect and professional, and it's indefinite.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess it's my turn to make a pick. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Look, if there's, and this is actually a controversial pick for me based on things that have been said before, but in the grand sense of things, it's actually not. My pick for number 5 is Super Smash Bros. Melee. I'm picking Melee.
Okay.
So the first thing that makes that pick hard for me, but I have to acknowledge it, is the argument, is Smash Brothers a fighting game?
Yes.
Which in a sense, yes, it is. At the very core, it's an arena fighter. The reason why I picked Melee, Melee had a lot going for it with wave dashing, L canceling, all the little intricate stuff that you could do with every character. I mean, yeah, I get it. Fox, the Spaceys freaking own everything, and if it's not Fox, it's Sheik or Marth or whatever's. But
Falco.
Yeah, Spaceys, Fox and Falco. God, dude, get your terminal. I'm
Wobble combo.
I know.
But
I'll see you guys later.
Right? You just got called filthy casual, dude. But no, on the real, like when Brawl came out, you know how hard people tried to make Brawl into Melee? Like they were like, dude, I just want to go back to fucking playing Melee. Like I would go to Brawl tournaments and like there'd be a lot of people playing Brawl, of course, right? But there was always a community there at like Smash gatherings where it was like, we're fucking playing Melee. We've got to play Melee. We're going to get a GameCube. We're getting GameCube controls. We want to fucking play Melee. Like it was so good that even in the days of like Shoryuken, like the early and the mid aughts, where everybody was like adamant about like, oh, we're going to play Street Fighter. We're going to play Marvel. We're going to play Tekken. We're going to do all of that. The game.
And again, I'm so sorry for talking to you that way. I had something in my throat.
No, you're fine. No,
hey, sound like that's all this shit.
Fired.
When I was like 5 years old, I went through puberty a little too fast. No.
Hey,
we're doing this now.
No, to be
Mommy,
honest,
what's wrong with that kid over there?
to be honest, like in those days, like Melee was accepted as like, okay, like this game is fucking deep. And I remember going to meetups for people that played Street Fighter. Like we were dedicated hardcore Street Fighter players. But the only other game that was there, and it was because it was also accessible, was Melee. And like Melee has stood the test of time, and people are still playing it to this day, even with Brawl, even with Ultimate out. People still play Melee.
And I think you can also add Project M to Melee. Yeah, I think there's still
that's fair.
Yeah, well, because also Project M is what historically they added to Brawl to make it into Melee.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm looking at influence right there. So
yeah.
Did they already release Waluigi for it? Because I remember the trailer a couple months ago.
I haven't kept up with that shit.
No idea.
Nah, I have no fucking idea. Maybe knowing Project M, yes, they've already done that, and they've already dropped so many. Look, I'm sure they dropped Sora before actual Smash dropped Sora. So look, we don't fucking know. Okay.
I'm still shocked that happened.
Yeah.
Are you? Are you?
I'm still trying to find that love for Kingdom Hearts. It's just rough, and that new trailer.
Yo, man, the trailer for 4 just dropped, so
Kingdom Hearts lore is too deep. It's like One Piece. If you didn't do it when you were early, you're way too late. You're way too late.
There's got to be like a YouTube compilation of like, okay, here's what you need to know.
There is. They're all 30 minutes long.
No, they're longer than that. What are you talking about?
No. Like if we're going like deep, like here's the fucking lore.
Yeah,
it is an hour. You're talking about an hour and a half long movie, a film of lore.
Or you can watch the
slice in cutscenes.
Yeah, or you can watch you can watch the Pro ZD video where he's just like,
we're getting off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
You're so off topic.
So on that
Kingdom Hearts 4, Hugo. 5th best fighting game.
What I will say is
your choices.
So on that choice, the one that I am judging to be number 5, it's gonna be Street Fighter 2. Just straight
Fuck.
up. It is
Good pick.
everyone's
Yeah,
introduction.
I get that.
I cannot speak enough good things about Street Fighter 2, even though I don't even play it that much. I can speak to the fact that, like, we all grew up in a place, especially if you were poor. You went to the laundromat and you played Street Fighter 2.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
You went to the laundromat.
Well,
you
I mean,
played
that
Street
does
Fighter
deserve to be
2,
higher
you
on the list,
fucking
though,
like were
you know?
looking
It won't make
at
it.
you're looking at the counter, being like, "What is this Z? How do I do this weird Z?"
Right? That's
I gotta
Mhm.
tell you,
And-
I still can't get my brain around the Z. I'm still trying to figure that out. But thank you very much,
Yeah.
Street Fighter. I think that that's a fair for 5. I think Street
That's
Fighter
5. Yeah.
for entrance is 5. Any higher, we're going to get lost in a lot of sauce.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Yeah.
I've changed my list 4 times since we've started.
I swear to
What
God,
I-
if
what I
Lemar
will
wins,
also- No, what I will also say on top of that is, I know that all of our lists are going to be extremely skewed bias, right? There will be a bias,
No.
right? No matter
Yeah.
what, because that's how fighting
Only
games are.
one. Yeah.
Fighting games,
Yeah.
like the one that you play is the one that you stick with, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially because you will almost always have legacy skill
yeah.
that moves on to the next iteration of said game.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I
Good
respect it.
pick. Good
You
pick.
get
and
you
Very
get
good.
one, Lamar. You get
I got-
one. You got
Swear to God.
one.
I
Yeah,
hope
like
Gotta
the
get one every
The
episode.
lowest hanging fruit, but you know what? That's the smartest.
you know what? It's
First
still
one.
sweet.
Got one.
I hope I just
give
get
him that.
one. I just want one this episode.
I'm
I'm
not
not,
gonna get-
getting any of them.
Not-
Just
it's
letting
not-
you know
Oh,
that.
hold on,
Who's
I'm
the
not-
next
that's
judge,
why.
by the way?
I
Who's
might
the
get
next
one.
judge?
I might
I
get
will
one.
be the next judge.
It's Tyler.
Okay.
So I
Oh, this
know.
is gonna be good.
Yeah,
gonna be
good luck,
good.
everybody.
All right.
I need
Um,
to change.
I'm just
So
letting you know
I-
I don't have a list in front of me, so
Yeah.
I'm just.
Oh,
going off
You
the
snap.
top.
should, but
I don't
no,
have a
go with
list.
the
Going
heart.
off top.
Go with
Well,
the heart.
well,
Yeah.
Hugo didn't get a pick last round, so Hugo, would you like to
Right.
go first on for
So,
the fourth?
for your
best?
number
Yeah,
4.
sure, absolutely. And what I'm gonna choose for number 4 is the second biggest fucking laundromat legend. It's MVC2.
Oh,
It is the Mango Sentinel. It
At
is all these things. Mind you, everything above that is gonna be like very.
Oh,
It's very to me.
Nah, he may be right. He may be right.
Right?
He may be right.
It's not that I don't agree. It belongs on the list.
It belongs
on the list
at 4.
damn.
Okay.
The thing is,
Okay.
my top 3 is very me. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'll say. Right? My top 3 is very me.
It's
That's why I say
yeah.
that's why I went on that spiel about bias. Because
That's
the
fair.
top 3 is me. These are games that I play the shit out of.
yeah.
Right? Number 4 is like because for me, my number 5. Can I reveal that or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Doesn't
Yeah, if you
matter.
want.
Yeah.
Because like
Doesn't
for me,
matter.
my number 5 was like between MVC3 and SF2, right?
That's fair.
Okay, I see where
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
coming from.
That
So-
makes sense.
Yeah.
So like for me, right above that is MVC2.
Hmm.
There are no more hype moments in fighting games, in my opinion, than MVC2.
This is
But
true.
the thing is,
Yeah.
trying to fucking get into that community is a bitch because you will get blown the fuck up every single time you actually try and like get into any sort of like real community things with MVC2, right?
It is a very strong
Yeah.
community.
It's a
and-
very strong community, very strong
Yeah.
legacy community, and the tiers in that game are fucking set up. You got your
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
you like. Let's face it, we had a ton of people playing Magneto Storm Sentinel MSS,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right?
MSS.
You had that be the top pick, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tyler,
You had
Lemar.
these very, very top
We know you're
pick
lying.
teams.
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
And
You,
that's
you don't
that's my
think
major
me?
issue with MVC2, right? And why it's at 4 for me.
Wait,
Because
hold
the
on.
fact of the matter
Yeah.
is, like,
Wait,
literally,
literally, sorry.
only a third of the cast is considered good.
With respect to what Hugo said, Marvel vs. Capcom is the first game where I understood combos.
That's fair.
It was very
Okay.
easy
The
to
first
combo.
team
Yeah.
where I actually understood combos in between because I played Rival Schools,
Yeah.
and that also had a similar
Very
feel
good game.
Something like
down
that.
on
Yeah.
my list. But I didn't
Honorable.
understand their combos. But Marvel, I got Cable, Gambit, and War Machine. and I was able to. I wasn't the best. I'm not gonna lie, but I was able to get through arcade with that, which is a lot.
Oh
fun.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, you 100%.
But anyway,
Cable alone can get to arcade.
Yeah, cable
I
alone
love
was
that.
just like, all right, carry it.
oh, cable was broken as fuck.
Pop, pop, pop.
It was like
That's
the least
it.
broken too.
Oh my god.
You just
But
go
anyway.
pop, 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 Viper Beam, Hyper Viper Beam.
Yep,
All right,
that's
I-
what we're doing.
Baby.
All right, Lemar, what am I not choosing?
Okay, so fair enough. So this other game, I come from this world of 3D fighters. They make more sense to me. They don't have as many. If I'm being 100% from they don't have as many. Their move set makes more sense to me. And this is the very first fighter that not only did I was pretty good, at least in the community I was in, which is the East Coast in a
Swear to
small town.
God,
so
if you
who
take my
cares?
pick, I'm gonna be so pissed.
And also, it was the first game where I actually took the time to master a character. Yes, he was basic. Yes, he was the Eddie Gordo of this franchise, but he was fun, and I understood him. I understood him so much that up until the latest one, he went unchained. He went unchanged, and they destroyed his combo, and it messed me up completely. I'm going to go for Soul Calibur 2.
Oh my
It's a
god.
good pick. It's a good
Soul
pick.
Calibur 2 because it was fun. It was
And-
fun, and it was easy to adapt. I even liked it was bullshit, but the very fact that they had Ms. Rugi in the PlayStation and Link in the GameCube and Spawn on Xbox.
Was an Xbox, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was back when they didn't make broken ass characters like Yoda. But
Right?
Nah, they did. Nah,
Right.
Yoda was 3. Yoda was 3.
Yoda was 3, but that game
Yoda
was
was
also
3.
broken as fuck.
That game was
Also-
broken, yeah.
I
I thought
love
Darth Vader
I
was
love
insane.
Maxi. I loved Keelix so much. What's the guy with the broadsword? Young Sung. Young Sung was
Sung.
also my backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young son. Young son, young
Young
hero.
Sun. Yeah,
Yep.
Young Sung, young hero.
I thought
Anyway,
you were talking about Siegfried, but you know.
I was never
That
good with
motherfucker
Siegfried.
was big.
I was
Yeah.
better with Nightmare than Siegfried, and if I played with anyone with any skill, I couldn't get it off. But
Phrasing.
giggity. But I'm gonna go Soul Calibur 2. I think it was a really good game, and
Solid choice.
I'll get
Very good choice.
another
very good.
game of nostalgia, 100%. And I don't know much about the community, but I know what
Alright.
it meant to me.
All right.
Very
Then,
solid community.
then I want the next pick then, if that's okay.
Please go ahead.
Because you went with Soul Calibur, and I'm actually glad you did because you didn't take my pick. My pick is Tekken 5. My pick is
5.
Solid. 5 is
So
a good one.
so here's the
That was
reason.
very good.
So here's the reason why I would go with Tekken 5 right here.
Oh yeah.
So Tekken-
yes.
So Tekken 5, I'm looking at how accessible Tekken 5 was to the entire community, not just the arcade community, but also the PlayStation 2 community, because you could plug your controller. So if you ever went to an arcade and Tekken 5 was there, you could plug your controller in if you were a pad player and actually play Tekken 5 as well. You also had, like, I believe you could stick memory cards in there and track your
Yep.
progress as well. On top of that, Tekken 5, kid you not, gave a lot of people their first arcade stick for home usage. The Tekken 5 actually released a Japanese style arcade stick that I guarantee most old school fighting game players actually used, not just for Tekken, but for all of them. We used it for Third Strike. Some people actually used it for Capcom versus SNK 2. For the weird people who actually played Marvel 2 on the PS2 and didn't play on an American stick, they used the Tekken 5 stick. On top of that, the story was great. You got into it. We got the introduction of Asuka. Jin's, we don't know the relation, honestly, because that's always been up in the air.
The doctor's robot.
Asuka is-
Asuka Kazama.
Yeah, that's his cousin.
It's
Oh,
his
okay.
cousin. It's his
Yeah.
cousin,
His
right?
cousin.
But like,
Yeah.
we got what, Devil Jin out of that one. We got all the Mishimas. It was just like the storyline just kept getting crazier. And that's like, I'm talking about all the extraneous stuff. The system was fluid and it was playable, and you got to learn from it too. Like, I've always held that the gold standard of 3D fighting games has always been Tekken. Now it's
Yep.
hitting 4 on my
gotta
list
agree.
because to be perfectly honest, like, fuck, I'm biased. I'm biased as fuck right now. But if there were any 3D fighting game I were gonna play, and I did try it, it would have been Tekken. And honestly, I tried to play Tekken 5. My mind, unlike Lemar's, I can't do 3D fighting games, but I honestly I tried out of all of them. I tried at Tekken 5 the hardest, and that's why it gets my fourth pick. The system was beautiful, the story was amazing, and the accessibility because you had arcade and PS2, and they could play each other no matter what. So that's got my pick.
Was
All right.
five didn't have that big fuck off dragon, was it? That was 4.
I think
You mean
five-
Genpachi?
No, I know Genpachi. One of the Tekkens,
Jinpachi, maybe.
it was either 5 or 6, where you got to the end and then it had this big fuck off AI reading what you're doing dragon, which just killed everyone's win-loss record. But anyway,
You're talking about Ogre, but I'm not sure.
no,
Oh, that's
no,
three.
no.
Oh,
There's
Ogre is
definitely a
3.
dragon. Yeah,
Okay.
Ogre's 3. There's definitely a you beat a fucking Heihachi. You go to a different person. No, it wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't 5 because Jinpachi had his own bullshit, but
Right.
it wasn't as bad as the one that had a dragon.
you had the
It had
angel
a big
guy, the
purple
Jin
fuck
guy.
off dragon.
Right.
No, I think I'm thinking of 6 because 6 had six ending boss was bullshit.
I am looking at it right now. Let's see.
But no,
I
it's
love the
Jinpachi
cover
for 5.
art so much for Tekken 5 too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It gets
Tekken
hyped up
5.
every time. I never played
Beautiful game.
6. Yeah, I think that was the
Great
that was
game.
the last Tekken I played.
Introduced my favorite character, Dragunov. I really like his
Mhm.
moveset. Outside
Yeah.
of Eddie. Outside of Eddie.
Yeah.
I finally grew up and left Eddie.
Oh no, yeah, everyone grew up and left
Grew
Eddie
up-
and went to Christine.
Yeah, red to Christie.
Christy never landed right for me.
Nigga, they're the
yeah.
same moveset. Literally.
No.
Yeah, same moveset.
Yeah, they
No.
did.
Okay, hold up.
They
Hold up.
did.
Let's be real about this. Do you think Lemar can tell the difference between Eddie and Christine? Like, let's be real.
As an Eddie main, yes.
No, you can't. Because I can tell you right now. No. Hell no. But whatever. Anyway,
I'm looking this up right now.
I'm sure.
They
But
were
since you're looking
slightly
this up-
different, but yes, they were different.
No. But whatever. The point is, since I'm talking right now, I'm just gonna go and everything.
Wait, you're the last one. So
I'm the last one, so I
Yeah.
was no. So once again, my list does not consist of my actual biases because I'm biased just like everybody else. But this is my way to try and educate people, at least. Tyler, this game
Matthew.
is surprisingly good. It is. Let me rephrase that. I just want to clarify. I don't give a single fuck about the fan base.
okay.
I don't. I don't give a single. I think they're cringy. I think it's awkward, and I think it's fucking weird that this is even a fucking game. But it's so fucking good. For this shit being about damn horses, it's a good fucking game.
I know.
So there's a fighting game. Yes, them fighting herds. Them
Yeah,
fighting
them
herds
fighting the herds.
is a good fucking game. You want to know why it's a good game?
DFS.
For two. Once again, tutorial to actually teach you how to play a fighting game is solid as hell. 2, that game, because it had to do with fucking ponies and bronies and all that shit, it got young kids interested in fighting games. It was and the mechanics of it was fucking good. Surprisingly, even the art style was good. Soundtrack, decent actually. Fucking decent. And this is coming from me who I don't give a single fuck about ponies. I don't. I really don't. But that game is good. Anyone who wants to learn how to play a fighting game, especially if you have young children as well too, like for example, my little niece is very into this game, and I learned this game for her because she likes ponies, and I was like, you know what? That's a good way to teach her. Got her into the community, at least into the pony community, not the fighting game community. But still, it is a good fucking game.
Also, just to add on one thing that they did really well, and them fighting herds is they have a system for legitimately like downloading and teaching you combos. You can download a
That's
combo, and it's just like sort of like you would think of combo trials and
Yep.
Street Fighter 5 and everything. There
Yeah.
are custom versions of that, right? And you can then like have those from other people. Be like, hey, these are so and so characters, bread and butter, right? That you don't find in the combo trials. Here you go, and they have spots where you can learn them on either side, and also you can restart the combo at certain sections, so you can just learn a section of the combo.
Yep. You know a game is good if they got fucking Tara Strong as a voice actor in the game. You know it's good if she signed up on this and was like, sure.
Oh, and
And
Justice
just,
is going to show up on this list. Gotcha.
I mean-
And you know that rollback.
That Roll back.
Roll back netcode.
Didn't she do Arkham Knight too? I'm just saying. I'm just joking.
He
but
was Harley.
I know.
I don't pay attention enough to that.
I just hate
Yeah.
that game. Okay, hey Lemar, remember when we did Pokemon Gen 1 and Matt came out swinging at number 5 with Wigglytuff and then didn't understand why he lost that episode? So I just wanted to remind the audience. So I
I'm here
have
to educate y'all niggas.
So I have
okay?
Soul
wow.
Calibur 2,
Wow.
Tekken 5, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
You know what? Sure. You know what? That's fine. But you know what? I guarantee you, Tyler, if you played them fighting hers, you'll actually understand what a fucking hit confirm is. I guarantee you that.
I will understand that it is a great game that's probably like in the 30s and 40s of all fighting games.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with this. I understand that I'm trying to teach people and like get them exposed to something that's not intimidating. Because let's be honest here. If you are trying to get yourself into Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and trying to get into the
Or
game,
3.
you're going to get fucked.
Oh,
Don't get
yeah.
rocked.
Fucked. No, not rocked. Fucked.
Fuck.
So
Got a point.
I am trying to
Got a point.
introduce games that like people can leisurely enter into. Yes, Tyler, you're not going to choose mine, but I know the audience may back me up on this. Okay, and to be honest, if you weren't the judge, if Alandy or Hugo were the judge, there's a slim chance I could actually win this because they know that game.
I mean, for number 4.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead with your bitch
But like,
ass. Go
I mean,
ahead.
for
I'm
number
gonna watch
4
my
though,
video.
like, I
Yes.
mean,
Yes, nigga. Yes.
and Andrew, was there a way in hell that you would pick Fighting Hurts at number 4 for the 4th best fighting game of all time?
Matthew, I love
we
you.
know, niggas. We know.
Okay, so on that note,
Yeah.
shit.
Bitches.
That's
dude,
a
so-
hard ass
okay.
round, dude.
No, this is. I mean, 3. Yeah,
Oh,
man. This
we're
is.
coming swimming this time.
These three are tough. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I did actually play that arcade machine. I barely played any arcade machines. It was like TMNT, Simpsons, Marvel vs. Capcom 2,
Jesus.
Gauntlet, and then anything Mortal Kombat.
Gauntlet,
Those are the only ones I ever played arcade ever. And so Soul Calibur 2, I put some good hours into it. Matt and I talked about it before the recording too. It is broken, so I'm not gonna pick it. It's a very broken game. But Lemar, honestly, you were in the as much as I was joking around earlier. I sincerely was like, damn. But god damn it, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Tekken 5. Fuck, Tekken 5. Man, I played the shit out of that on the PS2. Because we all had PS2 and we all wanted Tekken 5. Because I remember not liking Tekken 4. And then
Right.
So when Tekken
was pretty garbo.
So when Tekken 5 came out, we were just like, fuck. Plus it had a panda. That's awesome. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 though, man. That was fun in the arcade, and it's I didn't get to play it at home until like way later on, and it still holds up. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Tekken 5 because I think it was just this big masterpiece, a big comeback. It's a comeback story. And it was a huge one, and I think Marvel vs. Capcom game is too low on this list, which is another reason why I didn't pick it. If that makes sense too.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
So
fair.
that's
That's a fair
why-
reason.
Yeah, it was too low for me as well.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd put 5 over Soul Calibur, but I'm biased. Anyway,
No, yeah, I think it was just because of because I played Tekken series from 2 to 5, and 4 sucked even for a kid. When you're a
4
kid,
is rough. I'm not gonna lie.
you're just
But
4 is
Yeah.
hard.
you're just like, oh man. We're going to round 3, and where the judge will be Lemar, and I didn't get a pick last round, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this because holy shit. So I'm just gonna say the word legacy and also money grab, and then my pick is going to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because it's ultimate, legacy, cash grab, switch. Damn. That's
I've never heard a more garbage game to be called the top 3 game.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm quasi
Not wrong, but hey.
I'm not wrong.
I'm quasi using a little bit of Matthew's logic here as well. That is a game that can get anybody into it.
Really? Really, you want to use my logic into this shit?
Just
Really?
just like a little
Cool.
bit, just like a little sliver, like like one of like
Oh
those,
yeah, sure.
one of those deli meat
Dismissing
slicer
my
things,
choice,
like
you
like
bitch.
just like a tiny.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead and talk about
I'm so
how it's
sorry.
good.
I'm so
That
sorry that
was
bringing
precious.
a My Little Pony knockoff didn't beat Tekken 5.
You filthy fucking casual. But go
It's
ahead,
true.
continue.
It's true. No, and that's it. I don't have anything else to say. It's a big game that like brought everything. I mean, again, legacy.
Shut the fuck up. Now it's my turn. All right, look, this is how it's gonna go now. Since this motherfucker decided to cut off my choice for no fucking reason because he doesn't know video games, you know what? I'm gonna come out fucking swinging now because now my mood has completely fucking changed. So, Lemar, this is how it's gonna go. I don't even know if you played this game. I have no fucking clue. But I know you've owned a PlayStation 2 at one point in your life, right? I am
Correct.
positive you have. Every single one of us here are anime fans. We are filthy garbage when it comes to anime. And you know one of the biggest fucking animes out there that we grew up with was motherfucking Dragon Ball Z. So I'm going to go with fucking Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 because that was one of the best fucking games for the PlayStation 2. We all love that shit. We all learned how to fight with that shit. We know what the fuck key is and everything. And it's one of the best games we fucking had in our childhood / teenagehood, something like that. I don't know. So
I'm gonna have to immediately disagree.
shit,
I'm
no,
gonna have
I know you do, but let the salt be here. I ain't gonna win this shit. I don't know. I don't care no
No,
more.
I'm
no,
backing
you
you
are
up.
not.
Just turned off.
I am backing
Why
you up
would-
here.
Why the fuck would you ever win this shit saying some shit like it was one of the best fighters on the PS2 when you
Hey,
literally
look,
have
niggas.
at least 5 other fighters
Now,
on
look,
the PS2 that
look,
are better
once
than that
again,
fucking game?
want us again, motherfucker. Y'all
You
all are
literally
goddamn
have
biased.
Tekken
You're
5
all
on that same
fucking
list.
biased. No, you're all fucking biased. That's why I'm trying to get games
That's not
where
even
niggas can actually
biased.
understand.
What's
Yes, it is.
bias?
Yes, the fuck it is. Yes, the fuck it is. You both know. We both know your list is
The
gonna be
rest
more
of my
technical and
top
shit.
3
Nigga,
is on
yours-
the fucking PS2.
I don't
You
give a
can't
shit.
even
Shit.
say that.
I don't give two shits because you know your ass is technical. Budokai though, Budokai was a simple game where niggas can understand and how to play. They can play that shit. A fucking 5-year-old child
But
can pick up
Budokai
that
3
game.
was better than Budokai 2.
No, it wasn't. No, the fuck it wasn't. Budokai 2 was dope. Budokai 2 was dope as fuck. 3 is where it got fucking weird, and you know it. You know it.
Wait, Matt, just for clarification, is it 1, 2, or 3 you're talking about?
I'm talking about 2.
Okay, just confirming. Thank you.
2. Alandy, would you go ahead, please? Go ahead, please.
Oh,
Please go ahead.
wait,
go ahead.
I thought no, Hugo. I thought you were gonna go, dude, because you
Oh,
had
you could go ahead.
you had a disagreement. So I
I-
want to hear
I
this
really wish-
disagreement.
I have had many disagreements, but honestly, I know what I have at 3 is gonna lose, right?
Then try and
Because-
cater
Oh
to
my
the
god!
judge.
Now I want to hear
No,
Hugo's
I'm not even
now.
gonna cater to
Sorry.
the judge. What I have at 3, to keep it real, is gonna be number 1 for at least 2 of you, right? What I have at 3 is Third Strike. I love Third
Oh.
Strike, which is why it's top 3, right? But let's keep it fucking mad real. Your top 3 is literally what the fuck you played the most, right?
Yeah.
And number 1 is what you played the most and what like kept you in fighting games, right? Number 2 is like I played this the second most, and number 3 is I played this the third most, right? I played Third Strike the third most. I fucking love Third Strike. I think it did amazing for the story, but for me at least, it is not. It stays. It's at the bottom of my top 3 because there are like little things that I didn't like that Third Strike did that I enjoyed that they did with the rest of the games. And I'm just gonna be very specific here, and it's the cast, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
not
I don't like
horses,
Remy.
I know.
I don't like emo bitch Remy. I don't like. You're gonna replace both Charlie and motherfucking Guile with Remy?
Tired.
With Remy?
They had
Come on.
They had to cater to the My
my
Chemical Romance group that was coming the generation.
They
Hold
did
up.
that with Necro.
Did they though? With
Yes,
Necro,
they
did
did.
they?
They did.
Oh,
He
Oh,
literally had
slur.
a goth girlfriend.
But his name feels like a slur.
It was Necro and he had a goth girlfriend. You cannot say Budokai 2 is better than a shit ton of other games on the PS2.
No. You know what? I'm not. You like you said. third playing the most. I played Budokai the third the most out of all the shit and everything. I personally believe that Budokai is a solid fucking choice, especially because it's still not
It was solid for
it's
me on
a,
the Wii.
it's a solid choice for honorable mention. All right.
Wow.
Damn.
See,
It's a solid
my bad.
motherfucking
You
choice
all,
for honorable
Hugo,
mention.
you also decided to put Third Strike as 3
I
just
put
because
Third
it's
Strike
3.
as 3.
Okay, your
Right?
opinion is already out the fucking window right now, my nigga.
Damn.
So
See,
don't even give me that bullshit.
That's why I
Don't
said.
give me that bullshit.
That's why I said I'm not gonna win number 3.
Yep.
Hell
Nigga,
no,
you got
ain't.
Third Strike
neither,
played in the
apparently.
background.
At least I have a better chance.
What the fuck you expect me to say?
I
I'm keeping it real though.
Okay,
What
no problem.
Andrew is going to bring.
yeah, I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
This is a
Andrew.
rough. This is a rough
Andrew,
round so
See,
far.
Go ahead,
Lemar,
Andrew.
If you hated this round enough already, I'm gonna make it even worse for you.
Thank you,
I hate
Alandy.
this round so
because
much.
because my pick for third place is Dragon Ball Fighters. And here, you got to hear me out on
Wait,
this.
what?
See, I'm putting Dragon Ball Fighters
Why?
at third. You want to know why? So, if you've noticed, the theme of all my picks have all been accessibility. For one, Dragon Ball Fighters. Okay, not even going to that point. As a kid, and this also harkens to Matt's point here. When you were a kid and you watched Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT, or even if you watched, the original Dragon Ball or whatever's, when you watched and you got hype on all those fights, whether it was Goku versus Vegeta, whether it was Yamcha getting murked by a little alien, whether it was Frieza about to destroy the entire universe and Goku standing tall, didn't you at one point wish, at any point, damn, would that not be super fucking cool to do that in a fighting game? Now, we had Budokai Tenkaichi, which, yes, I have to admit, that is a beautiful pick. That was a beautiful game. But I got to look at modern day right now with the release of Dragon Ball Fighters. You have some of the best fighting game minds collaborating to make a game that's simple enough to play, because the inputs were pretty much just A, B, C. You could go AA. So it was not hard to play. I saw a lot of my casual friends getting into this game, so I knew it had reach. So on the casual side, easy to pick up. We all know the storyline. Like we've all followed that Dragon Ball storyline. You've got characters. You've got all your favorites. You've got Goku. You got Gohan. You got Best Dad Piccolo. You've got evil Saiyans all the way through. But beyond that,
Goku again and Goku again
And
Goku again.
yeah,
Guess
guess
Pink
yeah,
Goku.
yeah. You want to know?
Goku's daddy.
You want to know what game did that too? Mortal Kombat. And look how great Mortal Kombat is, right? So taking on a winning formula and putting it in together with an IP that everybody loves. But when you look at this game at high level, okay, watch this game. Watch guys like Goichi play. Watch Sonic Fox play. Like, this is a game that encompasses every fighting game player, from the beginning noob to the most technical player. Damn. Again, it's something that there's something in it for everybody. So Dragon Ball Fighters gets my pick at 3. And if you're wondering why I'm putting it at 3, it's because I'm also horribly biased. And this is not a game that I played. I have never played Dragon Ball Fighters in my life.
What?
All right? I've never
I had on 2 systems.
The reason why is because I was so heavily focused on the tournament scene that I said I'm not going to focus on anything else.
He got skipped. Yeah.
But let me put it this way: if I'm focusing on the tournament scene, and Dragon Ball Fighters is that up high for me for a game I've never played, that's testament to how good that game is.
First thing, I hate all of you.
Worst round
each and
ever.
every one of you.
Worst round ever.
I know, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Way to drop the ball.
let me go through this because I'm okay. I already know who my number 4 is, and this is simply because, one, old iterations were better overall, despite how much is grown, despite how many characters is added, despite that the story mode's really great. As far as a fighting game, other versions were better. And also, me personally, I love Smash. I'm just not good at it. My brain can't follow. It's a thing I've had since Melee, but I fought through Melee and Brawl. Like, I powered through Metal Mario because I had a lot of fun. And also, Captain Falcon was hilarious.
Yes, he was.
between the two Dragon Balls, Budokai is going to lose. Not because it wasn't fun, not because it didn't have some great moments, but I do remember Budokai for a long time having some collision issues because they tried to do a kind of a 360 type movement deal. Not only did you change levels, but you changed this way. That movement got weird unless you got really into it.
Motherfucker, you play Soul Calibur. Shut the fuck up.
It didn't go up, motherfucker. Anyway, I didn't miss a grab because I was too high.
Still bullshit though, but okay.
Which brings it down to
Matt, I got your back. I got your back.
No, you
brings
don't.
down to Street
That's your
Fighter
ass, bro.
Third Strike and Dragon Ball Fighters. Two games that have a great I have great memories of these games. Not memories, but things. Dragon Ball Z Fighters is one of the first games where I allowed myself to get bodied for an hour and a half by Black Skills. And then I finally figured out how to beat him, and I stopped immediately. But
Did you want to done him?
I wanted done. He bodied me for 90 minutes with this Vegeta combo. But during the time, he said, "You just got a low block. Low block is the bread and butter of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighters." And I did it.
Yeah.
And I had fun doing it. And yes, to your credit, it is super accessible to people who don't know what they're doing. And also, between the two Dragon Ball Fighters, that is the part where I'm like, this is amazing. This is some really cool bullshit. I did the Andrew 16 finisher on somebody at some random con. It was the most disrespectful thing I've ever done. It's hilarious. Street Fighter Third Strike has such a position in the entire fighting game community. I've shoved my whole foot up my mouth saying that I'm going to defeat Duralath at AX at his own game.
Truly not going to happen.
Not going to happen because I haven't been able to do anything. But I'm
Practice
still
or train or anything.
I haven't done shit. Third Strike is very hard. Third Strike is very hard. It is top tier. So I'm comparing two games on way different sides of this. So my decision is purely on the fact that I need to make sure Andrew has to think when it comes to his pick.
I hate you so much.
I'm going to pick Third Strike right now.
You asshole.
I'm throwing in my challenge card.
That's right.
Thank God. Are you
I'm
doing
throwing my challenge card.
Over Third Strike?
I'm throwing
No.
in my fuck
No.
you, nigga.
I'll throw in my card for Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Get ready for the next battle.
But here's the problem with all of this. I love chaos. That's the problem. So to add pure chaos, we don't have to have Third Strike on this list at all.
Oh man. Okay.
Just saying.
Ooh.
So I will go for Dragon Ball Z Fighters, and I'll argue this because I can talk. I enjoy Third Strike a lot, but I can talk about the bad side of Third Strike, no problem too.
Oh,
but
I can talk about the bad side of Third Strike. The very fact that it's hard. It is not accessible. I will tell you that right now.
Accessibility.
It is not accessible. But here's the thing.
The main emulator says a lot, but I get it.
Well, no. But that's not what I'm saying as far as not accessible. You can play it out your ass. You can find so many ways to play it. But to do a Hadouken requires, it's just no forgiveness. Most fighting games, even the high-level ones, have some forgiveness in the inputs. Not Street Fighter. And you know why?
I'm going to challenge you on that because it's actually harder to do a Hadouken in Street Fighter 2 than it is in 3.
Yeah, no, Street Fighter 2 is Street Fighter 2 is the strictest.
It's
the strictest because it's the most.
This is proven.
The first.
You know what?
Oh,
fine. That's fine. Let me tell you, someone who's tried to do a Hadouken and Third Strike consistently. I can't. Yeah. You know what I can do a Hadouken in? Second. I can play Street Fighter 2 and do a Hadouken easy. I can't do it in 3.
I mean, you just
not consistently.
Down, forward, and
nope.
then
you just go.
Yeah.
Consistently?
Yeah, just down, corner, up, done.
So what you do?
Where's your fight sticks, Lemar and Tyler? Where's your fight sticks? Who's the one who made that fight stick for you, bitch? Who made that?
Look, I'm just saying.
I know.
You just go down, to
Nope.
right, and then fierce.
No,
and then you
yeah.
get a
That's
fireball.
not the way it works. Because if you don't do that shit within like a 0.5 of a blink, you'll fuck it up. No,
Just
no,
let you know,
no.
I got your fight stick ready to go. If you want me to build you one, ready to go, man. I got you. I got you.
Is that for
Shout out.
Tyler? Anyway,
And
This
then
for
what you
Tyler.
do
Okay.
on
here's the thing.
Honda is to go.
I have never played Street Fighter. My vote is for Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Damn it.
So what's the vote so far with that?
So, Andrew, are you sticking with your pick?
You mean my pick? Because this is my pick. I'm going to stick for Third Strike. Because
No,
I am also sticking
And that is 3
with
against
theirs.
2.
That is 3-2.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters has overturned.
I hate everything. I mean, granted, I'm not really that upset that
Overturned.
Fighters got here. I'm not, but I wanted to make it harder. But let's go.
Yeah.
Great game.
I'm gonna make it hard for Alandy. Oh, I promise you. I promise you.
I know what he's gonna pick. I know what he's gonna pick.
That is dead.
Matthew is the judge for round 2.
Mwah.
Round 2.
Impress me, bitches.
Lamar was the
Make
judge
add
last.
chaos.
Lamar gets to go first.
I'll go for. You know what?
I want to hear this, please. Humor me. All fucks have gone out the window and down the
All
street
fucks
around
have
the
gone
corner
out the
to
window.
McDonald's.
You know what I'm gonna say?
I'm ready.
I'm picking. This is a left field. This should not be number 2. I should have said
But
this
it
at
could
4
be.
or 5.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna say it right now, and I really wish they brought it back. We deserve a 3rd iteration of this. They came out with 2 on a dead system that very few people bought, and people had a lot of
Ooh.
issues with.
Ooh.
It is outside of the normal genre. You would say it's a Smash Brothers type thing. I'm
Oh.
gonna say Power Stone.
Oh.
Well, that's a lot of people.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a lovely
I
pick.
really like
I love that
Power
game.
Stone.
Mm-hmm.
It is a unique
Coming out of
fighter.
left field.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
So
Great.
I
pick.
will admit it probably shouldn't be 2. It probably shouldn't be this high.
Nah,
But-
it could be though.
I really I remember enjoying that game. I remember being at oh god, I'm 30. I went to Blockbuster,
Mhm.
saw Power Stone 2, picked both up, played that all goddamn weekend. Was I an expert? No. But you know what? The transformations, getting all 3 jewels, knocking the jewels out of people's hands. They had their own Voldo. It was really dope. I really liked that game. In
Power
the
Pole
art
extend,
style
man.
was good. Yeah. I really like Power Stone, and yes, if they brought it back, I think they do well. If they brought it back with the same art style, maybe a few updated graphics, I think it would do really well.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that game in the store. I never played it
was
though.
great.
So much
You
fun.
should have.
I love
It's
Dreamcast.
accessible. There wasn't a lot of combos. It wasn't anything. It was run around, beat the shit out of everybody. And they haven't made a game like that I remember. Oh, there was one weird there was one weird game that was based on the Final Fantasy series.
Oh,
But
Air
I
Guys.
Is that what
Air Guys.
yeah, the
God
dog and the guy with the rocket leg?
Mhm.
Yeah, Air Guys. God bless the ring. It was all characters, but then Cloud and a couple others were playable
Oh,
in Air Guys.
I think it was.
God
Yeah.
bless the ring. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Power Stone.
Okay.
Good pick.
That's a,
God, I miss
That's a
Power Stone.
solid pick. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
very solid pick.
I'll go ahead and go mine. Matt, I love you.
Eat my ass.
I know.
I should
this-
automatically just dismiss your choice.
That's
Just-
fine.
I should automatically. 'Cause
Fine.
you know what? I'm
That's
gonna listen
fine.
to you because
That's
I'm
fine.
a fair person that actually enjoys listening to people's fucking opinions. So please, Tyler, go ahead.
Top 5. It's top 5. Okay. I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of like what Andrew was saying about Dragon Ball Fighter Z, like not playing a game. This is a game I've never been good at ever, and in fact, I never really enjoyed playing it. However, when somebody has it or says let's play it, I'm gung ho and like, you know what? No, I'll get better. And I never get better, and I have a lot of fun playing it, and then I lose horrifically, not knowing what was going on, and then I get angry again, and then they're like, "You want to do another round? Fuck yeah, fine, whatever, fine." And I play it again, over and over again for hours and hours. This is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I am not good at that game. It is more hyper than me, and I didn't think that was possible. and yet I always do go back to it. It's very abusive. It's abusive relationship, and but I always go back for more. And but you know what? It really is. It has stood the test of time. People still love it. People still clamor for it. When Infinite came out, damn. So like it's like the Melee. It's like I feel like it's in the same vein as Melee, where it's just like it won't die, and I don't think it will for a while. So
When is Marvel?
When
is
Marvel?
Oh, Marvel.
Oh man.
So fucking good. Just
oh man.
Matt,
was that a good choice? Was that a good choice? Did I
no
redeem
bullshit. It's a
myself?
solid choice, actually.
Thank
solid
you.
choice.
Thank you.
All right,
Fuck you. A solid choice.
One of the series has already been spoken here, but it's Tekken 7. All right, we're talking about bringing in the hype. Harada telling you to shut the fuck up and ask him for
Funny.
nothing.
That shit was
It
funny.
is it is making the noise. It is fucking beatboxing over infinite stages. It is pure hype. Tekken 7 literally brought back Tekken, right? Tekken 6 almost killed Tekken because of like how, especially in the competitive scene, Tekken 6 almost killed 7. 7 came up, fucking bomb as fuck, brought back characters, brought in new characters, brought in characters that were like, okay, you know what? I guess we'll go ahead and bring in some FGC niggas with Akuma. So, some Street Fighter niggas. Let's take some KOF. Bring in Geese. You know? It was all that. It is a hell of a time, and still to this day, in my opinion, there's a reason why it's on the EVO main stage and has been for years. It is a hype game. It is one of the easiest games to watch because people know like fists and feet, and it's easy to follow. And when you hear Tasty Steve screaming at people, you get hype. When you hear Eris just talking mad shit on the mic, you get hype. You know, you have Tekken gods, right? You have, like, Melee has the 5 gods. You have the gods of Tekken and Ni. You know, the new god, Arslan Ash, coming out of fucking nowhere. Literally one of the biggest storylines of last Evo. One man brought in a whole region of fucking Tekken. They were like, you know what? We've only really had America, Japan, Korea in this game. I guess we have Pakistan now.
Yeah.
Brought in literally a whole fucking country of players into fighting and
That's
into
legit.
professional scenes, literally making it so that these guys could get into other games. That is how amazing Tekken 7 is. I've sunk so many fucking hours into that game, not only just playing, but watching, because watching it is so fucking good. If for nothing else, Tekken, in my opinion, is one of the best fighting games to watch, because like the commentators are just so fucking hype.
Okay.
Fair.
Nice.
Fair.
See,
good.
the 2 spot, I am this is one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, which you all, but I have like second best. Matt, you like chaos, right?
Oh god damn it.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And I'm actually putting it in the 2 spot for specific reasons. So
I hate you.
hear me out
I
right
hate
now.
you.
Hear me
I
out right
hate you.
now. Because when you think about games that have stood the test of time, right? So Third Strike was kind of panned upon its initial release. And that was what, 1998? It was 1999, I believe, roughly around. I don't know. I'm old. I'm 35 going on 36. Doesn't matter, right? Street Fighter 3 Third Strike contains one of the greatest clips in all of competitive gaming history, not just fighting games. I'm talking competitive gaming history, arguably the greatest clip ever. And mind you, this clip did not spread via YouTube. It did not spread. There were no streaming sites when this came out. If you are getting my drift, I am talking about Evo Moment 37.
34.
Yes, the beast is unleashed, where Daigo Umehara full parries Justin Wong's super to come back and win the first game of that match. And again, Daigo didn't even win that tournament, okay? People fucking forgot he took second place. So, but Evo Moment 37 is in the lexicon of all gaming history. So that's just one thing, okay? So that, first of all, basically jump started a surge of fighting games. So there was the fighting game renaissance in 1994 where you had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo coming out, King of Fighters 94, you had Mortal Kombat 2 as well. So 94 was like the first renaissance of fighting games, right? And then they started to lull, right? And they had this kind of lull, a sort of pseudo dark age. And then all of a sudden this clip, which again, I kid you not, again, was not distributed via YouTube because again, there was no such thing at that point. It was distributed by FTP sites. I don't even know if any of the listeners would even know what that is. Right.
Jesus.
Right. That clip was distributed via FTP sites.
FTP, IRC.
I can tell you, I wasn't even there, and I know all the stories of the guy who was in the IRC chat doing commentary play by play for that match, just typing, oh my god, 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 right? So that's just Evo Moment 37, right? And you think about now how this game has begun its renaissance with the Jazzy Circuit, which, by the way, is playing on Matt's TV, as you can see in the background. One of the qualifiers is going on. As one of the commentators myself, you cannot deny the longevity that Third Strike has. Oh, by the way, accessible via Fightcade 2, which has a dedicated community which will help you get into the game. On top of that, people are talking about how it may seem very inaccessible. The community itself, the Third Strike community, stepped up to provide tools for everybody to play, from Nika KO showing tutorials on basics to even advanced tutorials, like some of the cool things like advanced combos like the Daipon loop. You've got guys like Shotokan breaking down the game from soup to nuts and showing, hey, you can do this now. There's constant content coming out for Third Strike nowadays, the likes of which we never thought would have even been possible, even in the Shoryuken days. So
Alandy,
yes,
I just want to let you know, I love it. I love 100%. Tyler and Lemar though are confused as fuck with everything you just said.
I will say this.
I'm just letting you know that.
I will say this. I wish you knew a little bit more about Third Strike. I know, like,
I mean, looking at just the effect Third Strike has had. I mean, because of Third Strike, Daigo Umehara, like the beast, he has a manga created after him, creating his exploits. Okay, like if that's not and that doesn't happen without Third Strike, without Moment 37, and without the community saying, hey, we want to see this. They're like, come on, they've done studies on Moment 37, and that alone takes Third Strike up there. If that's not the case, you look at how many people are so dedicated to playing this game, almost fanatical about how intense it is. There's character discords for everything. If you're talking about a game deserving to be up there that stands the test of time, you have to go with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
So,
damn. So it's
I
Power
have
Stone,
basically.
right? We all agree that's Power Stone, right?
I'm not gonna bullshit you, Alandy. We both understand Third Strike. Hugo, you also understand Third Strike.
Yes.
We know this.
What
No
I also
bullshit,
understand
though.
is that it sounds like you're arguing for it to be number 1 and not number 2.
There's a reason why.
That's what I'm hearing.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
I could, if you wanted me to, I could argue it to be number 1, but I know I can't, so that's why. But my thoughts are genuine on this, though.
No, I get that. I get that your thoughts are genuine. I'm not gonna bullshit any of y'all. Lemar throwing out Power Stone was a fucking left turn for me. I am not gonna bullshit.
Don't you?
That is a good game, though.
It's a good
great game.
It's a good fucking
I had a great
game.
time.
Like
I remember I had fun.
I fucking
Yeah.
I love Power Stone so fucking much for the Dreamcast because
Don't
I only bought the Dreamcast
dare.
for 2 reasons: Sonic Adventure and fucking Power Stone. That's the only reason why I bought
Yeah.
The only
a
2
fucking
games that work
Dreamcast.
all the time.
No,
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? You know what? I'm throwing in my card that you.
Oh
cannot
wait,
pick.
I'm not choosing. I'm not
you-
choosing Power
oh,
Stone,
thank-
bro. No,
thank
no,
fuck.
no. God, no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
I
throwing in
love
my
Power
card
Stone.
that you can't pick either Lamar's or mine. I'm just throwing in my card for that.
No, I get that. No,
After-
but at the same time, Marvel vs. Capcom
after
3.
these dissertations that we just got about Tekken 7 and Third Strike, like I'm like,
No. Here's the thing. I understand the fucking 7-page essay from both of them. I understand and I see why. At the same time, I could say fuck all y'all and choose something that's out of fucking left field, and I really want to, but purely because I believe a certain game is number 1, and Power Stone should not be on this list, even though it's really fucking good. I'm going with Tekken 7. Tekken 7
shit.
is a good fucking game. Like,
It's a good ass game.
It's a great game.
Tekken
It is a great
brought
game.
it back.
Man.
It fucking revived it, and they threw in one of my favorite characters, which I did not expect whatsoever. They fucking made up a storyline with his ass to show up because he was like, "I am owing a debt" or some shit like that. You know, let me just do this shit for you, and let me just get on it. You wants to do this. I got you. Just like they threw in Akuma in that shit. And I was like, Tekken, what are you doing? I love this.
Go home, you're drunk.
Because hold on, to my knowledge, I'm not 100% sure, but there hasn't been no one in a Tekken game except Akuma that actually threw like a fireball, right?
So after him,
Playable?
no.
Yeah.
So before Akuma, technically you could say that Jin's
Jinpachi?
laser eyes were like fireballs.
Yeah, no, we're not talking.
but-
we don't count that.
I
No, we're
will-
talking like a legit projectile.
Right.
I
I
believe
think-
Akuma was the first.
Was
No, I
Jinpachi
think
playable?
I want to
don't
say
We don't have to Google this shit. I'm just wondering. I'm like, it might look. The point is, I love.
I think
Akuma. He's one of my
Jinpachi.
favorite
I think Jinpachi could do the shit,
no.
but I don't remember.
Elisa.
Elisa?
Okay.
Yeah. The
Okay, yeah,
robot
you're
girl,
right.
Elisa Bosnakovich.
Oh yeah,
whatever
she
her
threw
name is.
her.
Yeah, she
fucking
threw her
fist.
fist. She did
Forgot
rock
about that.
She had
Basically
rocket
the
punch.
same thing.
That's not a fireball though. But like, I get it. The point is,
Yeah.
Tekken
It's
7
a-
was.
It was
It's
the
a good
closest to a
choice.
fireball that it had. You would call that a
Yeah.
fireball in any other fighting game because
Yeah.
it is a projectile.
Yeah.
And nothing against you, Tyler, but Marvel vs.
No,
Capcom 3 was not my choice. Only purely because when I tried to learn Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, every person that tried to teach me was like, I'm going to whoop your ass until you learn.
Oh,
They didn't give me no
Again.
instructions.
They
They didn't give me no
old school
instructions.
ways.
They didn't give
How it
me
works.
no guidance. They didn't give me not even like input. I didn't know input or anything. They didn't give me
I-
nothing.
I
So
can't
it
even
pissed
front.
me the fuck off.
I can't even front. I was a part of the problem.
He was a part of the problem.
I was
He
a part of the problem.
Him and his friends were a part of the fucking problem to where I got turned off of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 purely because they just wouldn't help me at all. Like, Jesus Christ.
I put in
Just
like
one-
I would say 20.
Jesus.
I put in like 20 to 24 hours into that game. Never won one fight ever, even against.
I
But
the
just
that's
wanna
computer.
also,
let
but you
y'all
at least
know.
own the game.
Right.
I just want y'all to know that it was never going to get picked, but I like that Power Stone rattled you. I just
I'm gonna be
appreciate-
real.
First, was an honorable mention. Are you kidding me?
No, if they didn't just give me a 7-page essay and a thesis on Third Strike and Tekken 7, I would have chose Power Stone in a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat. If they didn't just do that, I would have chose Power Stone straight up. Yeah.
If you had put that at 5, I think it would have been. I would have picked it. I'm like, damn,
Street
good ass
Fighter
game.
2 belongs really at 5 though.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, but like Street Fighter 2 really belongs right there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay, and that brings us to numero uno, round 1, with our fighting champion, master, senpai, all the things, all the titles. We're just gonna throw out all the titles.
All right.
Matthew, you were judged
You know-
last. Would you like to go
I
first?
know. I would
I-
actually like to request to go a little bit later because I'm curious about the other ones. I'm
I-
curious about the
I-
other
I wanna
ones.
hear this.
I accept, and I will go first because I have to
Thank
get this
you.
off my chest. I have cheated and told Matthew my pick because I was like, "There's no
Oh,
way
I
in hell."
definitely don't remember. I
Oh.
don't remember. I'm
This
be
one
honest.
will not be picked, but the amount of hours and awesomeness and the emulators it's such a good game, such a good
Oh,
time.
I remember now. Yeah. It's a
Um,
good game. Yeah.
X-Men: Children of the Atom is my
Ooh.
pick for the
Very good
best
game.
fighting
A very
game
good
of all
game.
time.
Great game.
Great game.
Fantastic game. Storm fucking was legit. But like you got to play as characters you just never thought you would
Mhm.
play, you know, like
Mhm.
Silver Samurai is
Jesus.
in it too, and you're just like, all right, okay. But like,
Good
man,
game.
it was
really
it was
good
a
game.
damn good game. And again, not gonna be picked.
Nice.
I wanted that one to at least be mentioned as well. Lots of hours, lots of good times, lots of popcorn, M&Ms, you know, salty, disgusting fingers ruining buttons. Great game.
This is not my actual number one. I decided to throw my number one to the wayside
We know what's
because
up.
I just wanted to bring it back because I already got my one win and that's all I really wanted.
Fuck.
But I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna if I go back to my childhood and go, what fighting game did I have the most fun playing? Which one did I understand? Which one made me feel amazing? Which one let me create my own character? And which one is actually kind of, I don't know if this exact one is getting a resurgence, but there is getting fighting game tournaments of this game. And I want to bring it down to SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, I expected
Yep.
I was waiting for WWF WrestleMania 2000.
No.
Yeah.
No. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Oh my
It had
god.
a great story mode. It had understandable button inputs. You can customize your characters. There was no. I think SmackDown Here Comes the Pain actually started voiceover. I don't remember exactly. But even if it did it, still fun. Different modes, different challenges modes. It was amazing. It was simply amazing. You gained. It had a super meter, just like
It
the
did.
other games.
Yes.
You can create. You want one special, two specials. You had ones that were better than the others. I'm sorry. I know it's a joke pick, but it's legit. I really had a lot of fun with SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. I'm gonna lose the third strike, but here we are.
We don't know what I'm gonna choose or know what Hugo's gonna choose. So please don't assume.
Wait, is this the first game that had John Cena in it?
I want to say, was it? I want to say that was just before Cena.
No, that was before Cena. Here Comes the Pain
right before
introduced Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here Comes the Pain was Brock Lesnar's big debut.
Yeah.
Well, he was on the cover.
Raw.
He was on the cover of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
SmackDown versus Raw was John Cena's era.
Yes.
Got it.
No, he was in there. He was in that game.
No, he was in the game.
Was
first
he?
game.
And Here Comes
first,
the Pain?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
Because his
he must have been
debut,
introduced. It was right
his
before
debut
that.
was 2000. His debut was 2003 when he was still technically
That was
the
a
prototype.
Oh, the prototype?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, yeah, he had just come out of OVW. Like he was Mr. Fresh.
Damn. So
Yeah, he was like
yes,
super green.
but no.
Yeah.
So, for me, my number one pick it's a very personal pick, right? But it's also a very good pick. It is Guilty Gear X2 Reloaded.
Yep, I love
Guilty Gear is legitimately my favorite franchise, period. Right?
Yeah.
I fucking love Tekken. I fucking love Street Fighter. Street Fighter was my first fighter. Tekken was my first 3D fighter. My dad, for my birthday, went out and bought me Tekken 3 from Costco.
Nice.
And we had to wait for it and get it, right? I had it for the PS1. Played tons of
Costco
it.
existed back then? Shit.
Yeah. So it's called Price Club.
It's been around for a while.
Price Club. Price Club, yes.
Oh, I was
Right?
Classic.
It was still Price Club, right?
Asian Assault.
But
Tell us that you're over 30 without saying you're over 30.
but
that hurts.
Guilty Gear X2, I originally played it when it was just Guilty Gear X2. And then I continued to play it into Guilty Gear X2 Reloaded, right?
Yes. Yes.
Number one, I played Guilty Gear X and then X2 Reloaded, obviously. Every single character in that game is worth playing. Every single character theme is fucking amazing and says a lot about each character, right? The animation, top notch, right? Guilty Gear was known for nothing else. The stellar animation, right? And the stellar OST, right? Fucking Holy Orders or Be Dead,
Yes, Be Dead,
motherfucking
yep.
Suck It Stage, motherfucking Burly Heart, motherfucking like that. Like even when you got to the two main because they had specific OST songs for in lore matchups, right?
Mhm. This is true. I remember that.
Soul versus Kai, fucking Eddie versus Zato. I mean, not Eddie. Zato versus Venom, and things like that. Amazing OST. The storyline was amazing too because they had a storyline for every character that was specific to them. But not only was it specific to them, but you could also this basically made a motherfucking visual novel into a fighting game, right? Because every single character at some point would cross paths with every single character, and it made sense. There were multiple alternate endings for different characters, right?
Okay.
And that's the way you had to unlock different characters. That's the way you unlock RoboKai, because at least
I remember RoboKai.
I forgot about RoboKai.
yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
it was things like that. It was like all these things that really expanded to you because it used to be back in the day, right? That fighting game fucking stories didn't really fucking exist, right?
True. Very true.
At most, you were lucky when you got a semblance of a quirky story in Tekken 3, right? But it was mostly just niggas fought and this was a tournament, right? Guilty Gear made a story. This game was so amazing. It taught me frame data without teaching me frame data. Right?
Okay.
I remember
how?
I played the game
How?
so much that I learned what the fuck recovery frames were.
Oh, that
I
makes
was just
sense.
there are these moments as I'm watching where a character can't do something. I can see where they're when they pull back their punch. I think that's where I can go in. It did the quirky shit fucking instant kills, right? The fast
Yeah.
instant kill when he would literally jab you up the ass, right? Everyone got an afro,
Oh my
right?
god. Oh.
There are so many different things about Guilty Gear and X2 where they continue to add upon all those things. Because I want to say X2 was where they first started adding all the branching paths. There is even now a scene simply because they were okay, X2 Reloaded, we're going to give it rollback now. And people kept playing. They continued to keep the hype that Exerd started to bring up.
Man.
All right, so we
So
got
many choices.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
it's an amazing game, deserving to be number one.
all right, so I got X-Men: Children of the Atom, SmackDown: Here Comes the Pain, and then Guilty Gear. Are you calling X2 or Reload?
X2 Reload.
Okay, so Reload. Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
Alandy.
that was a good pick. I mean,
Alandy.
it's not that. I mean, it's not compared to X-Men that had
It's-
10 characters, but hey, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Right.
I'm really conflicted right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm so goddamn conflicted.
I gave y'all a chance.
Yeah, you did.
Please pick Pokken.
I want to add chaos to this so
I
badly.
gave y'all a fucking chance.
So badly. So fucking badly. I really want to choose footsies, but my heart cannot
Little
let Third Strike
Footsies.
not be on this goddamn list. It cannot.
Jesus
I
Christ.
cannot.
Again.
I really.
You
This is a
could.
third.
Yeah,
this is
no,
a,
you-
this
I
is
could.
This is a third
I
strike
could.
for
No.
third
I
strike,
honest
guys.
to God. I honest to God could. I could. And I could just add chaos to it. But my heart won't let me. It won't. I
know.
love Third Strike with all my heart. And it's only purely because I am not good at fighting games. I'm not. I don't understand concepts that well. I get my ass body. Hell, Hugo introduced me to Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. And once again, kept constantly fucking me in these games to where I was like, you know what? I can't.
I couldn't help
I
it. I
can't.
couldn't help it.
He couldn't help. He was like, this is going to be an automatic free victory and I'm just going to fuck him up. Okay, there's not a lot
to
of
run
times.
this instant kill.
It's not a lot of times where someone can get a double perfect on you. when you played me in Blaze Blue or Guilty, you got a double perfect, guarantee. So I never understood fighting games. Or I barely understood Mortal Kombat. I barely understood Blaze Blue. I definitely got fucked in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, 3, and Infinite. So I never understood and was never good at a game. But Third Strike, I understand Third Strike. I'm not good at it as well. I'm not. But I understand it better than any other game I have ever played in my life. There's only one other game that I know better than Third Strike, and it's not a fighting game, and it's called fucking Jet Set Radio Future. That's the only other game that I know better than Third Strike. That is it.
See, here's the thing. I understand content, but I also understand the feeling of getting an instant kill on my opponent.
Damn, that's good. It's a damn fine feeling.
Yeah. So because of that, I'm going to instant kill Guilty Gear X2 Reload and award the win for all those times that Matt got beat and instant killed by Hugo. We're gonna give the win to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Oh shit.
Didn't see this coming at all. This is
What?
completely
No.
This is such a surprise.
Oh no.
What a
Oh
surprise.
god.
Man,
And-
never this unheard of indie game came out of nowhere to win the #1 spot.
Look at that. What a
Who
what a
would have
comeback story.
Fucking thought?
God.
Me
But,
and Tyler gave the fuck up.
I'm proud that I got to mention, just like you're proud of Power
Wait,
Stone.
hold on.
I'm
Quick
very
question.
proud of X-Men.
If I said Power Stone for 1, would it have been at least a thought?
No.
No.
Just checking.
No.
Just checking.
If I didn't say
Third
Third Strike, if I didn't say Third Strike, then there's a good chance anybody else could have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgust. No.
Just
What?
checking.
No.
Just
Get
checking.
that out of here.
I want to see if I got at least a thought about it, but just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And that's our list for the top 5. This is gonna be a long episode. This might be two different episodes, but that's our list. At number 5, Street Fighter 2. Number 4, Tekken 5. Number 3, Dragon Ball Fighters. Number 2, Tekken 7, and number 1, Street Fighter
Got 2
Third
Tekkens?
Strike.
Jesus.
2
Yo, Tekken's got like
Tekkens. Yeah,
two
Tekken.
Tekkens, 2 Street Fighters.
Like, bro.
Tekken was prolific, and
Let me
before
tell you, Tekken 3 was actually #1 though.
yeah.
It wasn't a real #1, but we had too many Tekkens.
I almost put Tekken 3 as my number 1 as well, but we're gonna go on to our honorable mentions. Now, you guys, we all didn't get a pick, or there's just something we just want to get off of our chest for our honorable mention. Andrew, would you like to go first with your honorable mention?
Fuck. Like Marvel 2. How did it not make it didn't make the list? So
We got 2 Tekkens and not Marvel 2. That is upsetting.
Yeah.
All I'm
So
saying is that it could have been Marvel too.
it could have like honestly,
Or Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on number 2. I'm just saying. Somebody said it.
like I wanted to say like Marvel 2 in my second pick because I actually hold it like tied with Third Strike, but there are reasons why in certain ways I do consider Marvel 2 over Third Strike. So I have to put Marvel 2 as an honorable mention. I have to.
I spoke about it before. It was my number 5. It's MVC3. Stellar game. I do feel like it should be on the list for nothing else. And because I've spoken about this before at length, is that MVC3 did for modern fighting games. I think like everything that we see now started in MVC3. Right?
Damn.
And there's just so much that like the hype, the comeback mechanics, I guess you can call them. What some people will say like as a fucking dirty name, I think it's a good thing. It truly brings hype for both
does.
like people
It
playing
does.
and for people watching.
Yeah.
Damn. I should have put my card in. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real once again. Sonic the Fighters is such
Yo.
a good fucking game. Like
Yeah.
it's not the best, but it's just a good fucking game.
It's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
Yeah, but like, now don't get me wrong.
No,
Don't get me
I
wrong.
love
There's
it.
some broken moments in that
Sonic's had
game.
some
There were.
broke games.
There are.
He has some broke
There are.
games. Okay, fucking Bean and fucking Metal Sonic in that game were broken as fuck, but it was such
Yeah.
a fun fucking game. And the moment you got used to Knuckles' 3-hit combo, you can rock anybody. But Sonic the Fighter, or as they say in America, Sonic Champion or Championship. Yeah, Sonic Championship is a solid game. It's like I said, not the best, but it's just fun. It's just a
3-hit
fun fucking game.
Knuckles 3-hit combo. Dishonor.
Just love it. Oh, I fucking love it.
Oh my god.
Love it. Oh,
I'm gonna break the rules. Here's my 7, 8, 7, and 6. Dive Kick, Virtual Fighter 2, and then Def Jam Vendetta.
Yo, Def Jam. Yo. Yes.
Def Jam
Vendetta.
Yes.
Damn, that's good.
that's the heart.
Great.
That's the heart right there.
That's a good.
I
was-
love stomping on people's nuts in that game.
Oh,
Oh my
it was
God.
great. It will never happen again because beef, just beef and loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dive kick
I
again,
love
simple
dive kick.
fighter that anyone can get into. Like you can, if you, it's footsies in the air. Virtual Fighter 2, it has its own technical things. I was not the best at it. I liked the characters. I liked the one was just a giant Negro. That was hilarious, Jeffrey. And then Def Jam Vendetta again. Where are you going to see
That was a great
people
game.
just get stomped in the nuts by Snoop Dogg? Bone Crusher
I mean-
broke bones. It was weird.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And okay. And then my honorable mention, I'm a big DC fan, so I have to say Injustice 2.
Injustice. Yeah.
I really loved Injustice 2. And so that is it. Before we go, please follow all of our guests. Hugo, where can they find anything about you? Do all your plugs.
So you can find me on Twitter at Raikosen. It's pretty much everything all around. So if you want to just follow me on Twitter because that's where I'm the most active. It's a lot of me talking shit, but just be aware I'm a filthy motherfucker. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Andrew Alandy.
What's up? I am Andrew J. Alandy. You can find me Twitter and Instagram at Andrew J. Alandy. That's my main accounts. I also have Twitter at Duralath for mainly Street Fighter Third Strike related stuff. I also just took the name because I didn't want anybody else to take that. So I actually have 2 Twitters. So it's 2. And then, of course, my Twitch is twitch.tv/Duralath. That's where I normally stream. I've been like really intermittent with it because life. But we're doing that. I'm also working on a couple of tabletop RPGs. I've got our campaigns for The Nicest Contention. That's every other Wednesday on twitch.tv/The Initiative Order. We have the season finale of Tayar, which is happening on this coming Wednesday, actually, twitch.tv/that_D'Angelo. And then on Sundays, I'm part of a new campaign on twitch.tv/Time Lord's Wife, where I play a demigod who just found out that he's a demigod. So that'll be pretty fun. We're heavily in the TTRPG space. But again, thank you all to everybody for listening to our shenanigans and listening to me. Apologies to all the headphone users for the yelling, by the way.
Oh, remember, if anyone has any problem with any of our choices, anything whatsoever, please email us at capcom@gmail.com. Please remember to email us there.
We will read all of your complaints.
Yes,
you can tweet at us at Capcom. We would love to read every single tweet.
100%. Please remind us why we still haven't had another Darkstalkers. Please tell us
that.
That
Is a good point. That is
Absolutely.
actually a good point.
If anybody knows best, that Capcom loves to listen to their fans. Without a shadow of a doubt. Alrighty.
100%.
Alrighty, Lemar.
Glasses. My name is Lemar the Con Guy. That's Lemar the Con Guy. Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, all under the same handle. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter to figure out all the things I'm doing. By the time this has come out, I may have been already at 8 conventions, with at least 3 more coming on later in the year. I'm going to be a website, LemartheConGuy.com is going to come pretty soon. To have all my voiceover stuff and convention stuff.
Top of the evening, niggas. My name is Matthew. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite of Lemar. It's fucking fun. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I have a street brand. All I know is at My Ass Got Anime Expo, and you will see me at Anime Expo. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Perfect.
Until then.
And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please smash that subscribe. It really does help us out if you do subscribe and like the video. Yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Can't wait. We'll be doing Most Extreme Ranking Challenge live at Anime Riverside if you are in the Riverside area. Have a wonderful week. Be safe and GGG.
Grand Geek Gathering.